Hi guys, welcome to Gaming with Robbie. Today we're going to continue playing Going Medieval. Last video we kind of finished our cellar down here. Our settlers are building the floor so that we see how we eliminated the decay rate, because now it's on the floor and not on the ground. So this 3 stew pile is gonna last 1 year, okay? Because we're at a temperature of 5.2 degrees and it's on the floor, so that is gonna last a long time. Obviously, we're gonna probably consume it before that time, but that's good. So our cellar is done. You could see here we have the beam. Also, remember, we need to have beams down here, just to give it strength and to not have cave-ins. So what we're gonna do now is, because okay, so we have enough space here for stuff. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start building. Now that we have our builder available and he finished building this cellar here, we're gonna build probably a room around here where we're gonna want to put our dining room. We want our dining room to be close to a kitchen and also to be close to our cellar, because when villagers want to get food, they'll go down here, and then they'll try to find a place, if there's available, where they could sit down and eat. If there's no place available, they'll just eat standing up, but they want a place where they could sit down, have a chair, have a table, and eat. So they'll go down here to get food, and then they'll go up looking for the nearest chair. So we want our kitchen close by, because our kitchen, our raw ingredients are going to go down here also, and the cook has to go down here and then come up to the kitchen and cook. So what we're probably going to do is, I guess we're going to build our kitchen area over here, and then we want to close this we want to extend this room so we could close up this area to our cellar. And then over here, we're gonna build our dining room. So our builder is gonna do that. But first, we want better beds. So remember last video, if you haven't seen that video, I'll leave a little card up here. Last video, we researched furniture, and we have the ability now to do wooden hay beds. So wooden hay bed gives us a lot more comfort for our villagers. You can see the stats here, and they prefer to sleep on a wooden bed than just in this hay sleeping spot. So what we're gonna do, it's 16 hours. So we're gonna have our builder deconstruct this, and we're gonna have them build a wooden hay bed. So that's gonna be here. Okay, so eventually we're gonna build 3. And another thing I want to do now in preparation, so eventually there's gonna be an event where a settler or a person is trying to escape somebody that captured him, like another village that captured him, and he's gonna want to ask you if you could let him in your town. So if you do, that's the way you're gonna start getting more villagers. They come in from other villages. Sometimes they'll come in and just be like a normal person without being followed by anybody. But most of the times they'll be prisoners of other villages, and if you let that person in, then that village is going to come and attack you. So another thing I want to do now before that happens is I want to prepare our only building, so it could be kind of like a vantage point for our archers. So when you have archers, they get a lot of advantage if they're on an upper level. So we're just gonna build a ladder here that is gonna help us take our archers and have them be up here. So eventually when that, when that happens and we get attacked, we'll have that ready so we could defend ourselves a little bit better. So let's see. It says settlers are idle, and I think it's this guy. This guy is our he's our farmer, he's our cook. So what we're gonna have to do with him, because we don't have ingredients, let me see if we don't have enough ingredients to cook meals, so he has nothing else to do. What we want him to do, let's see if we could find like a carcass of a dead animal over here, so we could bring in and probably get some food. So what you could do, instead of looking at the map, you could go into, let me see, yeah, here, resource carcass, and you have all these dead animals around the map somewhere. So we want to go pick up this deer. So we're gonna go jump to, it's all the way over here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have our idle settler come in and pick this guy up. So we click on him, then we right click him, and okay, so we don't have a spot to put that dead animal. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have an area right near the butcher table that is gonna be there just to allow, we're gonna clear all, and we're gonna have them just accept animal carcasses. Okay, so now we're gonna click him, we're gonna click play, and then we're gonna have him go pick that up. So once he picks that up, he'll bring it here, and then because this is forever, then he'll butcher it, and then he'll start getting raw meat from that. Okay, so now let's take a look at our bed is done here. See, it's done. So now we're gonna deconstruct all of these three, and we're gonna have our builder. I don't know where he's going. He's gonna get resources to build something. I don't know what he was. Oh, he was gonna go build the ladder. Okay, so we're gonna have him build that ladder. Then we're gonna want to have another wooden bed here and another wooden bed here, so we're ready when night comes. They'll be able to sleep. So he'll go build that ladder, and then he'll build that. He'll build those beds. So here's our guy. He's bringing in that carcass, and we're gonna start the blueprint of our next room. So what we want to do now is we want to extend this room. We're gonna probably extend it up to here because we want to eventually mine this. This is salt. So we're just gonna build it up to there, and then we're gonna build another wall here and another wall here. We'll have a door leading out, and we need to cover this up just right now with basic wooden floor. It didn't ask to put beams, but we'll put them just in case we want to build something on top of this. Because if we don't, like this wooden floor here is gonna have a stability level really low, so we're not gonna be able to build anything on top. So what we want to do is we want to build beams, so just so we have a little bit of structure in there. So that's good right there. We're gonna want to build a floor. Okay, and I think that's good for now. So once this is built, we're gonna demolish these this wall right here, so we could have access to this room, and this room is gonna be a lot bigger now. So okay, so we have that room ready. Let's build another bed just in case we do have that villager coming in soon. Hopefully, the more villagers we have, the faster things get done. So that's good. Okay, so this guy's butchering, and once he butchers this, he'll take the raw food down to our cellar, and then he'll start cooking. So that's good. Let's speed this up a little bit. It's almost gonna be bedtime. So okay, so something happened. A merchant came in. So what happens now is that sometimes other villages send in their merchants. If you click on the like little notification here, it'll take you where that merchant is. So she'll be on her way, and she'll come close to where we are. She'll probably be around here somewhere, and then we have the ability to trade with her. So right now our settlers are going to bed, so they're asleep, and the merchant's just gonna come in and just chill a little bit. You don't want to wake your settlers up. They when a visitor or somebody comes into the town, they usually stay there probably like 12 hours. So we have a bunch of time, so there's no need to wake up our settlers and have them not sleep the whole night. So we'll wait until they wake up, and then we'll have somebody of them go and negotiate with her. So you want, for negotiation, you want somebody who has a high speechcraft value. So if you see here, this guy has a speechcraft of 5. She has a speechcraft of 3, and this guy has a speech craft of 5 also. The only difference is that this guy likes to barter. You see, he has two stars. So this guy, if we send this guy to negotiate with the merchant, he'll enjoy that. This guy, he doesn't have that, and this one doesn't have him. So once he wakes up, we'll use this guy to go negotiate, and he'll be happy because he has 2 stars, and that's gonna go into his mood as a bonus. So let's speed this up a little bit, just in time for they could wake up at 6 o'clock. I think that's when they wake up. Okay, they woken up. So we're gonna have where is he? It's this guy right here. So let's have him go and negotiate with this merchant here. Now, because it's early game, we don't have a bunch of stuff we could actually negotiate, but let's try to do something. So this left side of the area is what the merchant could sell us, and this side, the right side, is what we could sell them. So what I like to do, I mean, you can do this however you want, but like what I like to do is just filter with this arrow here. So we have all the things they offer together and all the things we offer together. Okay, so this merchant has meat, has stew, herbs, barley, apple sapling, beet seed, cabbages, carrot, flax seed, and that's it. So what we want now, we want more seeds. I guess in the early game we really want seeds, because seeds are gonna be important so we could have a bigger farm. So we only have 3 cabbage seeds, but if you remember, we made a farm specifically to yield cabbage seeds. So what we could do now is we could probably buy these 5 carrot seeds. 5 is very little, but I guess we could do with that. Let's see if we could buy all 8 of the beet seeds. And let's see if we could buy these 2 apple saplings, because if this will allow us to grow apple trees, and apples are ingredients for food. Okay, so we owe this person 7.56 coins. So we have to give them something that we have that that is worth 7.56 coins. So we have this. He doesn't accept this. He won't trade for this. So this is everything we have here. So what can we give him that will help us pay that off? So we have 12 mushrooms. I guess we could give him mushrooms because we have a lot of mushrooms, like wild mushrooms over here. I don't know if you can see it. It's blurred right now, but we have a lot of mushrooms here. So I think we could give him all our mushrooms. So we're gonna go ahead and you could type -12, or you could use the arrows. So that reduced it to, we still need to, that was 1.88. We still need 5.68. So what else could we give him? We could probably give him some oak sapling, because we have a lot of trees also. So let's give him all our sapling. We have some pine, but we only have 4. Actually, let's keep 5 just in case. We have a lot of raw meat, 106. So we could probably give him, we could probably pay off the whole debt with raw meat. Okay, you want to have it always so he gets a little bit more. That way you gain like alliance points or favor points with that village. But I mean, you don't have to. If you go like a little bit more, for you it doesn't matter. But I always like to go like give them a little bit more. So let's see. We're only giving up 16 of our raw meat. We also have a little bit of leather, but I think linen. Remember, I told you it was important to have lots of linen. This is why. So actually, we're gonna put 0 raw meat, and we're gonna pay our debt all with linen. You see how I only used 5 instead of whatever number? I don't remember what we had here, but if I go a little bit more, it's 0.48. So I only use 6 of linen, and linen with our farms, we're gonna get that back like really fast. So that's good. We could actually, if we want to buy, let's say we want his barley also. We want his herbs. We already have a bunch of food, so I don't think we need to buy food. But you see that we're already at 55, but that's no problem because we have a bunch of linen. So let's pay our debt with linen. Okay, now there's a problem here. We still have a lot of linen available, but this merchant can only carry 75 kilograms. So we have a problem there, because even though we can still give him more linen and reduce our debt, he can't carry it. So we can't do that transaction. So what we have to do is, we're not going to be able to buy all that we want. We could, because each linen is one kilogram. So we could probably give him, so we could probably give him hay, that's half a kilogram. But let's see, that doesn't really help us a lot. We want to give him, eventually you'll get some coin for yourself, like when there's merchants come in and they have coin up here that they're willing to trade. So when you get coins, you could use coins instead of materials, and that way you could pay a bunch without without him, without the weight being a problem. So let's see what we could do. Rami, everything is at least half a kilogram. So let's see if we could reduce. Let's put 0 here, and let's see how much we could give him of hay. Let's give him half of our hay. So see, we go really high, so this is not gonna work. So let's reduce this to, nope. Let's reduce it to 100 and then go down with the arrows. So that's it. That's the most we could pay. So we have to reduce this price here. We can't do anything else. We could give them, like, let's say if we had more goats, let's say we gave them a goat, and the goat comes with the ability of with a storage amount number. So if you see the menu there, that goat gives that merchant 50 kilograms more of availability for him to carry. So if we give him the goat, he'll give us 26 coins, but also his capacity grows. So if we gave him the goat, we could still sell some more linen or hay or whatever, but we don't want to give our goats this early in the game. Eventually, we'll probably try to do it in this video. We'll have a little enclosure where we'll put our goats, and then they'll start having babies, because we have a male and we have a female goat. So they'll eventually start having babies, and when they do, then we could start trading goats. So right now, let's give them back. The barley, I think, is the most expensive, so let's give him back his barley. Actually, the herbs are the expensive one. The herbs are 5.15, so let's give him back his herbs. And now we're at -9, so then we could take a little bit of this barley that we wanted. So let's take 4 barley. Okay, so now we have another thing. So because we're not taking these 8 herbs, he's already taking more. See how so it's you have to go back and forth to see what you could do. So now we have to reduce this even more, and then we are going to have to reduce. Let's reduce probably this one. So we're at -0.11, so that's good. Okay, so now we're ready. We'll have 4 barley, 2 apple sapling, we'll have 7 beet seeds, we'll have 5 carrot seeds, and we'll give up 12 mushrooms, 10 oak sapling, and 74 hay. Okay, so you could see everything you're giving and everything you are acquiring. So once you're good, once you finish this, you see that his storage capacity is good and you have a good price here. You'll hit accept. It'll ask you if you're sure, and you hit accept, and you have made your first transaction, your first change, your first exchange with this merchant. So all the stuff is here. We don't want that to be laying there, so we'll put an emergency haul so that our settlers could take this down to the seller. So now that we have the ability to have more farms, let's go ahead and plant our carrots. So we only have 5. So we go in here to the field, and then we have the carrot field. So we could only plant 5, but we want at least 2 to give us seeds. Actually, we want 3 to give us seeds. So we'll have 2 there, and we'll have 3 here, and this one will go to seeds, and this one will give us the vegetable. We want to also build our beet farm, so We have, let me see, you could see over here how many beet seeds you have. Well, they haven't stored it, so we don't know yet. Okay, let me see what's going on here. Okay, so if you go into overview, you go into seeds, we have 7 beet seeds, so we'll do 4 to go to seed, and we'll do 3 to go to vegetables. So we select here the beet, and we'll do it over here. So we'll have 4, and then we'll have let's see if we could do it together. No, that joins them together, so that doesn't work there. So what we do is we'll have 4, and then we'll leave a space, and we'll do 3. So this one will go to seed, and this one will give us vegetables. Okay. What else do we have? Let's see, overview. So we planted carrots, we planted cabbages, we planted beet seeds. So let's leave it right there. We'll eventually start planting trees in a moment, in a bit. So let's leave it there. So our farmer is gonna do that. Let's take a look. So we have all these notifications. So we have research available. So we're ready to research something over here. What we want to do first, I think, is we're gonna research preserving food. So we have the shelves. The shelves are gonna be a good space to store food down in our cellar and to store other stuff in our storage areas. So we want that, and we still have 21 Chronicles available. So let's see what we could do. We'll probably want to start doing some clay bricks. So let's do that also, and that's it. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so we're gonna start mining these resources right now, so we could have some clay, and we could start building stronger structures. So let's see. Right now our seller is cooking some meals. This other guy is doing some building here. And remember, you have these little icons, is that something new is available. So now we have a bookshelf. Bookshelves are good, so you could store the books you are researching, because even though you use them, like we used a bunch to research, but we still have 80 books laying around down here in our storage. So we don't want that. We want them to be in bookshelves. So let's build a bookshelf on one of these walls. Wall book. Okay, yeah, we could build one there. So our books could go there. Then we want to go down to our cellar, and we want to build some shelves. So what we're gonna do is we want all this side to be shelves, so we'll have 3 shelves there. And once it's built, you have to let it know what you want down here. So we'll get to that when that's built. And what else do we have? We have the ability to build chairs and a weapon rack. We don't need that right now. Let's build this clay Clin. So we have the ability to make clay blocks. So we could put it outside like that. This needs 50 clay. We don't have enough, but we have clay like right here on our floor. So if we allow these resources, we automatically have enough to build this here. Okay, so that's one. Another notification is that we need leisure activities. We need something so our settlers could have a good time. So either like something where they could go and pray, or somewhere where they could go and play a game. So we have this here, that we have some shrines that we could build, and we have a backgammon table. So what we want to do first, I guess, let's just build a table for now, so they have a place where they could go and play. We'll build it in here. That room, let's speed this up. That room's still pretty far away. So okay, our merchant is still there. See, probably because we've been playing in low speed, but he'll eventually leave. Okay, so that's that. And if you see here, they're already telling you to build up your defenses. That's because we are very close to having an event when we get our a new settler. So let's hope that happens soon. We have the backgammon tables built. So now when it's 19 hours and it's not time to work, they'll come here and they'll play a little game. So that's good, and that's gonna help them with their mood. So what we want to do also is we want to start preparations to build our kitchen over here and our living room over here, our dining room over here. And we also, right now that I see these goats, we want to build a little enclosure for the goats so they could be protected. Now, because of this type of map, we're in a valley. It's like the easy mode. There isn't really a lot of wolves. So we have one over here. There's probably some like scattered around somewhere. But if you play in other maps, like in mountains, there's lots of wolves. And they could come in and they could attack your domestic animals. So you don't want that. You want to build a little enclosure, like a little stick fence will do, and that will protect them from big animals like wolves. So you see here, this guy was playing a little solo backgammon. So that's good. Let's see. So entertainment needs fulfilled. See, we have a +5 because he was playing a little bit of backgammon. So these guys are in a good mood. Okay, so it's saving. I think we're doing good. We want we already have our building ready to, if some bad guys come in, want to attack us, we'll be ready with our archers. Let's see, where are we going to build our enclosures for our animals? We could probably start building them over here. So that is going to be in miscellaneous. See this fence here? We could either do it with limestone or just a stick fence. So let's start this here. Now the thing is that if you enclose these domestic animals, you'll have to feed them because you're limiting their space. If you see right now, they're just roaming, like wherever they want to go, they'll go, and they'll eat hay, they'll eat grass, they'll eat whatever is available on the floor. They'll go and eat it. But once you build an enclosure, then you are responsible of feeding the animals. So let's do that right now. Also, the size of the enclosure you build is the amount of animals, the amount of available animals that will procreate. So if you build like this little space here and we put in the goats, when this fills up with goats, they won't be able to have new babies. So I think this is a good size. You don't want, like, at least in the early game, you don't want a really huge enclosure, because then they'll start having a bunch of babies, and then you're gonna have trouble feeding them. So you're gonna have to either trade them, or you're gonna have to butcher them. So let's do that. One settler is idle. This guy is our farm. So what we want to do is we could have them probably harvest some wild Like you see here, we have all this red currant here. So let's have them harvest all of this. So that will be ingredients for meals. He could do pies. So that's that. So right now this little enclosure looks pretty weird. You have a big space here. What you could do, and this is just aesthetics, you could go ahead and click, and then you could select this and make it a corner. You see how it looks like it's closed? It actually doesn't matter. Like visual changes, it doesn't matter. This fence here is the same as this in gameplay. So you see, change the structure appearance. The visual change will not influence gameplay in any way. So if you have a goat in here and it's open like that, he won't escape. He can't escape. It doesn't matter how it looks. So you could have a fence like that, and it doesn't matter. But just so you have, like, it looks better, it looks cool. Let's have all these be corners, and then if it's the wrong way, just rotate them. And then that's it. So now we need a little gate here, so we could actually get in, and then we'll need a pen marker. The pen marker is going to be, you have to put it inside the enclosure, and this is going to be what tells our villagers what kind of animals are allowed in this enclosure. So once that gets built, we'll have the ability to, let's have them build it so we could see that right now. We'll have the ability to tell this that this enclosure is for our goats. So that's built. So you select here, and you see all these available. We just want goats here, so we are going to uncheck all of these. We'll leave goats there. And then our animal husbandry guy, I think he's our farm guy, he'll eventually go and get these goats, and he'll rope them and he'll bring them in here. So when that happens, we also need to have this trough here. That's where we're gonna put the animal food. So let's put it in there, and then once this build, we could also tell what kind of food we want here. We could have animal feed, or we could have plain hay. We don't have the ability to do animal feed right now because we don't have a kitchen stove yet. We just have this. Let me see if we could do it here. Oh, yeah, we could do it in the campfire. See, we have animal feed. So it takes 20 vegetables and 10 hay, but it lasts more than if we just put in hay right there. So for now, we're going to leave it there. Our villagers are about to wake up. We're still harvesting these red currant. Let me see. So he's doing meals. We probably have a bunch of food down here. Yep. So see, we have some pies. We have some stew. Like this pie will decompose in 1 year. So that's good. We have a bunch of food. That's for our 3 villagers. That's a good amount of food. But we always want to have lots of food. We could either trade it. We could obviously consume it, but it's good to have. And let me see, we have some herbs here. We're gonna probably want to build a herb farm. Let me see, red currant, flax. I think that's gonna be something we need to research eventually. So we can't do that right now. Let me see here. So we have the ability to research some more stuff. We're not ready to ferment stuff, cooking. If we do this, we'll have the stove ready, and then we could do some lavish meals. Let's see what we could do. I think we are good to go. Oh, we have a new cellar. Nice. This is what I wanted. Okay, Salvation, the Society of Fellows. Henry arrived in great haste, professing to have been targeted by a malicious alchemist. Henry fled, with the occultist and their cronies in hot pursuit. Would you protect Henry in Gamingville? The Society of Fellows is known to use strange methods to exact revenge. So you have two options. Your settlers slam the door shut, leaving Henry outside. What will happen if we do that is that some of our villagers will get sad because we didn't help the guy, or we could decide to help him. Decide to help him means that we accept him in our village, and he will be one of our villagers. So that's the way you gain villagers in Going Medieval, by these kind of events. What will happen if we do help him? So we could see what his stats are. So Henry he's good at animal handling, 14. He's a good cook. He's an awesome cook. He has 22. He's a good melee fighter, so that's good. And he's good at tailoring. So, and he loves to cook. He has 2 stars to cook. And then he has 2 perks, which are a mystery. We don't know until we let him in. We won't know what those 2 perks are. So the rest of his stats are below average. Like he's not good at constructing. He's not good at good at ranged weapons. He's not good with medicine, mining. But anyway, I never turn away a new villager. You need the most amount of villagers you can possibly have, because that way your things will get done super fast. Well, not super fast, depending on how many villagers you have, but things will get done faster, and you'll be able to progress your game faster. So let's go ahead and help him. The other consequence is that you will possibly have an attack. So you'll have 3 enemies come into your town and be ready to attack you. But that's something you're gonna have to live with, and we're ready for that. And hopefully we could see it in this video. So let's go ahead and help him. And Henry is now part of our village. You see him up here. He's part. We could start using him. We could see his stats. So let's take a look at his perks. Cold hardy. He doesn't mind working out in cold temperatures. That's a good perk to have, because once winter comes and it gets really cold, your settlers will start complaining that they're too cold. So that's good. And he gets bored quickly. So we need him to be active. We need him to be doing something all the time. So he'll eventually make his way over here. You see here we have our goats. So Sigmund already got in our goats, and he already gave them food. Okay, so that's good. These goats will start procreating, and they'll start making some babies. So that's good. So let's see, where's Henry at? There he is. So Henry needs to have his wounds tended. So what he'll do is, now let's see what he's doing. He's hungry. He's gonna come in, and he's gonna want to eat these roasted meal pile. So that's good, because now we don't want food to be stored here. That's good I saw this, because we don't want food to be stored here because it's hot up here, and we already have a cellar. So now we have our space down here. All our food should be here. See how these shelves are storing food? So instead of just having this pile of food here, we could have a bunch of other stuff here. So that's good. So our food can't be up here just on the floor. So for now it's good, because Henry is going to have access to that food fairly quickly, and we need him to start getting better. And then this Remember, she's the smart one, I think. She's the doctor. So right now she's about to finish a chronicle, and once she finishes this, she'll go ahead and, because her tending is at number 1, she'll go ahead and tend the wounds of Henry. Okay, so he's eating. That's good. Let me see. Okay, so see how she's tending him, and Henry right now is just resting. He has, you could see here his health. He has a serious concussion, and he has a chest injury. So he'll be sleeping there for a while until he's 100%, and he'll be ready to start doing some stuff. So we have settlers that are idle. We actually have 2. We have our farmer and our builder. So our builder could go ahead and start doing some clay bricks. So we want to be doing clay bricks forever, because bricks are gonna help us build better structures. So let's do that. And this guy is our builder, right? So he has smithing number 1 priority, and he actually loves it, so that's good for him. And then this guy, he's our farmer. We could go ahead and have him, we'll have him harvest all this here. You want to harvest as much as you can of the wild resources you have nearby, because see, the herbs are really important. So let's harvest all this. We won't have room to store it. Well, we already have this room here. So let's, you know what, before we do this, let's tear down this wall, because we need this room to be bigger. So we'll go ahead and destroy these columns here, like that. And that's gonna help us have this room be a lot bigger. Okay. We could also continue our beams right here. So once that's done, we could get rid of this little wooden column that we have here that doesn't look not very good. Let's see what this guy's doing. Where's our builder? Oh, there he is. He was getting some materials to build that. So you see our guy is starting to cook stuff. I don't know why he puts, what did he put here? Remember, we don't want food here, so let's see. Okay. Yeah, that's good. We don't want food here, and we also don't want seeds, because seeds also decompose. We're starting to harvest some cabbages. That's good. So we have a bunch of resources. Playing in a valley gives you the advantage to have a bunch of resources. So that's good. And we'll need this space. Let's expand zone, and we'll have it come all the way over here. So we'll have space to store that. We could actually do this here. That's good. I don't know what this was. This, I think, was for food. We don't need that now. So yeah, Henry's doing a little bit better. He still has a minor chest injury and a serious concussion, so he's resting there. And in about 10 hours, the search party will be here, wanting us to give Henry back to them. So we'll be ready for that. Let's start building let's start getting some clay bricks, and we're doing good. So we'll start also with our kitchen, because we have the ability now to do, did we research? Let me see. Oh, I think we didn't research cooking yet, but we'll do that now. So we have the ability to build a stove. Now we'll need limestone. We have to find limestone somewhere, and to cut limestone we'll need to be able to cut stone. So we will do that research also, and we will start having our stonemasons bench. We'll put it here. We'll put it right there. And we need to go look for limestone. So what we could do is an overview. We could go into material. See, there's some limestone somewhere. So we have here, and actually this here, let me see if there's some of these. We have some more limestone over here. This is limestone. This is raw limestone right here. So we could go ahead and start mining right there. It's very little limestone. It's just like 2 tiles, but that's what we have in this kind of map. Again, if you use like a mountain map, you'll have a lot of these resources. So one thing you could do, if you double click anything in the world, it'll select all of that type of material you there's in the view. So I double click the limestone pile, and then I'll click allow. So that will help us. Our villagers will come and pick this up over here, and we'll be able to make our stove. So now violent extortionist. So the negotiator has arrived. This guy here, he wants Henry. He wants him back. So we need our guy who likes to talk. I think it's this guy. No, Sigmund. Yep, that guy. He has 2 stars in speechcraft. So we'll have him come and negotiate with this extortionist. So he's on his way, and what's gonna happen is that this guy's gonna ask us either to pay for Henry or to be prepared for them to attack us. So yeah, the assembled fellows had the air of robbers at the Elfest, rather drunk and speaking balderdash to obscure their true intentions. Indeed, you realize that their overblown flattery amounted to naught, masking a plot to kidnap Henry while you were distracted. Will you let them get away with it? So you have a bunch of options. You have one, that you could surrender Henry back to them, and the consequence of that is your villagers will be upset, and the worst part is that you'll lose a settler. You don't want that. You could decide to make an offer, but and your settlers will kind of be happy because you're gonna keep Henry. But the offer that they want this early in the game is not possible. We'll go into that right now. You could also straight out refuse their demands, and you'll have some. You have the chance that they'll attack, and your settlers will be happy or just leave. If you leave, it's just like if you ignored this guy, and if it's like if you refused it. So let's try to make an offer, and he wants 254.36 coins. He has a weight capacity of 400. So this is all we could give the guy. We could probably try and give him a bunch of stuff. Like, let's say we give him all our linen. Let's say we give him all our leather. And let's say we give him what else? What could we give him? Let's say we give him this spear. I mean, look, we still have 131 coin left to give. So let's say we can't give our chronicles because we need that for research. Let's say we give him all of our pies, and let's say we give him all our stews. We still need about 13 more coins. So let's say we give them, just for the sake of it, let's say we give them our goat. So we're giving up all this just to keep Henry. He wants 254 coins. That is a bunch, especially for the early game. Once you start trading a bit more and you start progressing your game, you could probably do this, but we don't want to give all that just to keep Henry. We rather fight. So let's hit cancel, and then let's have him come here and tell him we refuse their demands, and we are going to keep Henry. So now you stood your ground, refusing to give in to the demands. Make ready for battle. Okay, so attackers are going to be here in about 3 hours, and we're going to end this video once we finish those attacks. So you want to hit pause, and you want to make sure your settlers are ready for the battle that's about to happen. So you want to see their inventory. So we have this guy, he has his bow. If you put manage, here you could see what your settlers have. So this guy has a bow. He can't have a shield because the bows use his both hands. He doesn't have headgear, and he doesn't have armor. We don't have armors. We had one, and this guy's using it because this villager here is our melee villager, so she needs more armor. Our archers are going to come up here and be ready to fight. We want to give Henry, remember he is very good at melee, so he has a 21, so we want to give him a melee weapon. What we have here, we could go here and item. We have one spear that's a two-handed, so we go in here, we have two-handed. Another thing you could also do, if you do this, he'll automatically, when he wakes up, he'll go and look for it and equip it. But you could also look where it is, find it, and then have him go and equip that like immediately. So we click on Henry, and then we click here, then we click equip spear. So now in his inventory he'll have the spear, and he'll be ready to fight once the people get here. So that's all we have available for defense, and let's see how it goes. So they'll be here in 2 hours. Right now all our settlers are here, so we don't really need to prepare a lot. Once you start, like this guy's getting a little bit far away, but once you start using the home map, there'll be times where your settlers are all the way down here, and if you're not ready for battle, the enemy could get there faster, and then or they could appear like see it, they appeared right now. Here's their incursion. They appeared up north of our map. So if, let's say, we had a settler up here cutting trees, these guys will attack him very quickly, and he won't have the protection of the other guys. So they're pretty far away. We have a bunch of time, and we'll be ready for them when they get here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna prepare for battle. How are we gonna battle? So you click on your settlers here. If you hit shift and click, you could select them all, and then you have a multiple selection, and then you're gonna go ahead and hit this, that's draft. When you hit draft, your settlers leave what they're doing, and then you're able to control where you want them to move, and they'll just stay there for you. For when they see an enemy, they'll attack. So this guy's our archer, and these guys are gonna start coming from north over here. So we are they when they attack, they always try to attack a door first. So they'll probably be coming to attack this door. So let's have our archer here, and then our other archer will be here, and then our 2 melee guys will be here, and the other one will be here. So now you click on them and you right click to where you want them to be stationed. So now our settlers are ready and they're gonna be waiting. See, the enemies have attacked, and if you click on the archer, you see that yellow circle, that's their range. So once they're in range, they'll start attacking. So now we'll have two archers and 2 melee guys ready for the battle. So here they come. So if you click on one of them, you'll see what they're targeting. So they're gonna come here and attack this. So we're positioned perfectly for their attack. So here they come. If you click here, he wants to attack that also. If you click here, he's an archer, so he'll try to attack whatever villager he can find. So now that they're in their range, you see how they start attack. So they're starting to attack, and because we're on top and far away, we have a big advantage over him. So that guy is dead, and now these two have to take care of this guy. And if you click and drag, you have the ability to have them attack whatever. So let's have them attack this archer over here, and these 2 guys will attack this guy here. So they're starting to attack there. So you see our archers, they're doing pretty good. They killed him, and once you have a majority of defeats, you'll have a victory. Even though you haven't killed all your enemies, you'll still have a victory. So they give you like a little summary of your battle. They tell you who was the bravest of settlers, and they tell you who took the most damage. That's just like a little fun summary of your battle. So we click OK. When we click OK, this guy is still here and he'll try to run away. If it's possible, don't let him run away. Keep attacking him, because when they die, they give you loot. So this guy, he has a crossbow that we could use. He has a hood, and he has some clothes. We have some clothes here, and we have also a war fork. So try to kill all your enemies, and it also helps so that your own villagers could have better stats. So see, he's still there, and we killed him. Okay, so once that is done, you won, you're ready, you could go back to work. You could go ahead and select all your villagers, click the draft icon, and then they'll go back to work. Okay, so at first, all the loot is denied, is forbidden. So what you want to do is you want to allow this to be brought in to your storage. So that way you could have that available for you to use. You also want a default stockpile somewhere away from your village where you could put the dead bodies. So let's probably over here. This is gonna be like our graveyard over here. This is gonna be like an industrial zone that nobody's gonna want to visit. So let's put this here, and then this will only allow human carcasses. So our settlers will eventually come and pick this dead body and bring it over here. We don't want dead bodies near our village, because some settlers get a bad mood value when they see dead bodies, so we don't want them there. Also, the wolves will come in and start eating these bodies, so you want them far away so that you don't have wolves around your settlement. Okay, so that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. We saw a little bit more about how to enclose our domestic animals and how to defend ourselves. So next video we'll start building our kitchen. We have the ability to build our kitchen. We'll have some more bricks, and we'll start in general just building our whole settlement. So remember guys, if you like this video, subscribe, hit the like button, and we'll see you in the next episode of Going Medieval.